who are active on social media, who are active on political spaces, who have actually also just been dormant on political spaces, but are coming out, in support of this Sifuna movement, right? When you said, Mimi Ndio Sifuna, they've said, Sisi Ndio Sifuna. And sort of it brings in this whole new wave and expectation. Do you feel the weight of this moment?
Actually, I have been amazed by the outpouring of support from Kenyans of all walks of life. And I take this opportunity to thank them that it gives great comfort to know that you are not alone. And it gives me great comfort to know that even if something were to happen to me, somehow they were able to tame my tongue or, derail me. There are other Sifunas out there. It cannot be about an individual. In fact, I have always argued, Latif, and these are conversations we've had with you, that this country is going to change not because of one individual, but building critical mass. You have to have people across the country who believe that things need to be done differently. You see, the problem with, one of the problems with democracy is that you have a limited time in office. You have, if God grants you the graces, you have a maximum of 10 years. You do 2 terms and you have to leave. The unfortunate thing about that is that if you don't have critical mass of people who believe and think in the same philosophy, you will have one stellar president, for instance, when we had Kibaki and the economy was doing great. And then the next time you elect people who believe in a totally different philosophy, and then you find the country stagnating. So across the entire country, I want to encourage young people to participate in politics, to show up, to offer themselves for office, from MCA positions to the Senate positions, to the members of parliament, all these positions. Nobody should threaten you that it takes rocket science or that some magic, that they're telling us we don't have money, we don't have whatever it is. But it's a different time, I believe, Eric, and I think what Kenyans are looking for is the message and the vision that this country can actually be different. When you read all these stories, and including the ones that you've just read this morning, it is quite depressing, and you can feel the yearning in the country for a different way of doing things. And it's not that people don't want, for instance, development, but when you read about a stadium being built, you know, anybody can build a stadium. Moi is the one who built us Kasarani. But if you ask a majority of Kenyans, they don't want to go back to the life under Moi. You know, this Talanta Stadium is being built. I mean, nobody can deny that there is a stadium there. It is a fantastic facility. But can it be built in accordance with the Constitution and in accordance with the law? That is what Kenyans are yearning for. So I have felt the love, I have felt the support, but I really pray that they don't make this thing about Sifuna, because one of the things I keep reminding people is that we are deeply flawed human beings. We are not perfect. I mean, we are not perfect. In fact, one of the women in my mother's Kikundi, you know that Kikundi for Catholics, St. Anthony's, that meet on Sunday, she called me and she said she was very disappointed in some of my utterances in Kakamega after the tear gas was fired. But you know, tear gas has a way of my son, hiyo maneno nikamwambia, unajua ukipigwa tear gas hujuangi hata saa ile machozi natoka, makamasi natoka, mambo ingine, you might shout one profanity or another. But we